Hi, and welcome to this Iowa YouTube channel where we're going to go over Common Core in hopefully under 2 minutes or around there. We're going to be looking at fractions and how to interpret them. So 2/3, hopefully you know, is kind of like, hey, if something was broken into 3 equal segments, you have 2 of them. That is a way to think of 2/3. 1/2, of course, is if something was broken into 2 equal segments. This could be anything. It could be a piece of pizza, break into 2 equal slices, you would have 1 of them. Or 4/5 would be if something is broken into 5 equal segments, equal portions, you would get 4 of them, like that. So the kind of in red would be how much you would have. And this literally could be anything. A building, if you could cut it up into 5 equal pieces, you would own 4. Okay, now we're going to look at why we can kind of think of the bottom number, the denominator, as division, and we can kind of think of the denominator, the numerator, as multiplication. Let's go ahead and apply that here. So let's say you have 60 pieces of candy, and you're supposed to get 2/3. Well, let's use this bottom 3 to first get them into 3 equal piles, of which you will have 2. So step 1, let's use the bottom 3 to get them into 3 equal piles. Well, hopefully you've kind of been learning this in class. If you want to get something into 3 equal piles, you need to divide. So we're actually going to divide 60 by 3. We know that 60 divided by 3 is 20. That just means if you had a pile of 60 things and you broke them up into 3 equal groups, you'd have 20 in each group, like that. That's what division does for you, is it splits things up equally. If we had a pile of 8 pieces of candy and we really want to cut it into 2 equal piles, we could just divide by 2 and you would end up with 4 in each pile because 8 divided by 2 is 4. Finally, if you had a medium-sized pile of candy of 20 pieces and you want to break them up into 5 equal piles, you want to divide 20 by 5. 20 by 5 is 4. That means you'd have 4 in each one. So that's why the bottom number can be thought of as division, because it breaks up everything evenly. So if we want a fifth, which is what we want, we need to divide 20 by 5, and we get a fifth, which is 4. So that's what a fifth is. Now, we can actually think of the top number as multiplication, or how many of those belong to you. Let's go in reverse order. So for 4/5, you have 4 of the fifths. 1, 2, 3, 4, which means you're going to have 4 of the fours. And 4 times 4 is 16. On this one, you only get 1 out of the 2. So we first divide it to figure out that each pile should have 4. And now we only get 1, so we're going to get 4 times 1, which is 4. And finally, on the last one, we're going to get 2/3 of 60, which we first divided to figure out each pile is worth 20. So we divided by the bottom number. And we get 2 of these 20s, right here, 1 and 2. So we're going to get 2 20s, which is 40. So you first just divide by the denominator, multiply by the numerator, and that'll be your answer. Good luck with all of your fraction problems, and look out for the next video where we'll delve deeper into fractions.